Kim Kardashian is finally revealing in a new Vogue interview what ultimately may have led to her divorce from Kanye West. Let's get into it. In Kim Kardashian's March cover issue for Vogue, she dived into her epiphany that eventually caused her to make some big life changes. Kim detailed how her light bulb moment ultimately led to her prioritizing herself and her 4 kids.
You go, girl!
Kim revealed to the mag, "For so long, I did what made other people happy, and I think in the last 2 years, I decided I'm going to make myself happy, and that feels really good." Good for you, Kimberly. We've all needed to have that aha moment at some point in our lives.
I know that's right.
Kim went on to add, "And even if that created changes and caused my divorce, I think it's important to be honest with yourself about what really makes you happy." Preach, Kim, preach.
Amen, sister.
Kim also emphasized that her 40s are all about being Team Me. She is choosing to prioritize herself by planning to eat well, work out, have more fun, and spend more quality time with her kids and people that make her the most happy. We've heard the saying before that life begins in your 40s, and for Kim, that certainly sounds like the case.
Here.
You can tell that Kim has had quite the journey and gone through a lot of growth since filing for divorce from Ye last February. In a year's time, Kim has changed up her attitude on life and is instead focusing on what matters most to her. She also recognizes how critical it is to effectively co-parent her 4 kids with Ye, and as a result, that guides her approach to successfully co-parenting. Kim explained, "You could be so hurt or angry at your ex, but I think in front of the kids, it always has to be, your dad's the best. Make sure you are your co-parent's biggest cheerleader, no matter what you're personally going through." While Kim has done her best to be Ye's biggest cheerleader, this last week she reached a breaking point.
I've had enough.
In a rare public statement on Instagram, Kim wrote, "Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create." She ended the statement with, "I wish to handle all matters regarding our children privately, and hopefully he can finally respond to the 3rd attorney he's had in the last year to resolve any issues amicably." Now that sounds like a woman who has definitely learned to be Team Me. At the moment, it seems like the feuding exes have reached some sort of understanding, or at least a standoff. Since Ye's most recent comments and Instagram posts and deletes, he scrubbed his posts calling out Kim and spent time with their kids during the weekend. But as soon as Kim's Vogue interview dropped, Ye posted photos of Kim and the kids from the cover story on Instagram and wrote, "God, please bring our family back together." Many people in the comments were confused by Ye's new change in tune, me included. This person reacted to the post by saying, "Let her go, man." Another person replied, "Please, what's going on?" Trust me, we're trying to figure that out too. Finally, someone asked, "What about Julia though?" Don't worry, we didn't forget about Julia Fox either. Seems like Wednesday was a big day for all Kim Ye related things to drop because Julia's interview with Call Her Daddy was released. She talked about everything from her career to fashion, but most notably being pitted against Kim K.
It is unfortunate because women are always just being pitted against each other, and obviously there's 10 years of history that they have prior, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to ever step out of line and speak on something that I have no place speaking on.
But despite all that history between Kim Ye, Julia is not the least bit worried when it comes to her own relationship with Ye.
I'm sure there's still some sort of residual feelings, and it's normal, it's human, but I also know that he's with me now, so. And that's all that matters.
Well, on the bright side to all of this Kim Ye divorce news, at least it looks like everyone involved is playing nice now. For more on all things Kim, Ye and their divorce, click right over here for another Clevver News video. Then head straight to that comment section and let me know your thoughts on Kim's epiphany and what she had to say in the comments section below. I'm your girl, Susan Morad. You can find me on socials at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later.